The two olive trees that mark the entryway into the Arts District are no longer. I'm Jenny He. I'll have the city's response to their sudden removal and why the homeless community isn't happy.
For 15 plus years, the Dancing Cowboy put smiles on faces right here at Stockdale Highway and California Avenue. I'm Robert Price, and I'll bring you this fond remembrance of the Dancing Cowboy.
An update on the officer-involved shooting that occurred on July 3rd. I'm Connor Dorr, and I'm going to show you what the court documents say.
The oil industry qualified and then removed its own measure from the upcoming election ballot, trying to overturn a state law requiring buffer zones between oil wells and places like schools, homes, and parks. So why did they remove their own ballot measure? I'm Capitol correspondent Atal Wallace. I'll have the answer.
Good Friday evening to you. I'm Michaela Armstrong.
And I'm Tammy Melchak. Thanks for joining us here for 17 News at 5. We begin here at 5 o'clock with a 4th of July holiday tragedy. The body of a woman in her 30s was recovered from the killer Kern River yesterday after friends saw her slip beneath the swift current. And tonight the search continues for a man who was swept away with her. 17's Rob Hagan joins us now with the latest. Rob?
Tammy, there have been 335 total drownings in the Kern River in the last 56 years. Sadly, that number has changed. The Kern's death toll continues to grow, and from what we saw today, it may grow again soon. The sheriff's office said a man and a woman entered the river in the Sandy Flat area near Highway 155 Thursday. Her body was recovered 3 hours later near Keysville Beach. Anthony Rios and his family are playing in the same river downstream a day later.
Just swimming and having fun.
Rios and 20 of his family members are swimming at the Upper Rich Bar picnic grounds with no life vests.
Just don't go too much in the deep and just be careful and always have people nearby.
Local experts are emphatic. They say no amount of care can keep you safe from the fast current and underwater snares. No number of people can save you. In fact, the man missing in the river may have died attempting to help the woman who drowned. Experts say the only safe way to go into the river is with a professional rafting company. Rios, who is from LA, hadn't heard the warnings.
Oh, we haven't been told nothing.
10 deaths were added to the Kern Riverside, bringing the total amount of drownings to 335 since 1968. Unfortunately, that number has grown.
Are y'all scared of the river?
Yes, terrified.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I've been on roller coasters that are way scarier than this, all right? This is water.
These vacationers are on a double-date camping trip at Keysville Beach, now the site of tragedy. They got to Keysville from LA the day of the drowning. They said veteran swimmers have put up a safety line for those swept away. It's not enough.
If you're going to go out there in that water, you got to have a life jacket. You have to. There's no way you shouldn't.
At last report, rescue teams are still looking for a man who was swept away by the same current at the same time that claimed the life of a woman in her 30s.
If you're going to get in the water, be prepared to maybe even get swept out. Like, don't come into the water thinking, I'm going to be 100% safe.
Good advice. At last report, the man's body has not been recovered. Swimming is not recommended in the Kern River because of powerful currents and hidden underwater hazards. Enter at your own risk, and please wear a life vest. In studio, Rob Hagan, 17 News.
Thanks, Rob. Over 400,000. That's how many reports of illegal fireworks that were reported in last night. You're looking at some of the illegal fireworks from the camera at the roof of Adventist Health looking to the south. Kern County Fire says 86% of those fireworks were in the city of Bakersfield. KCFD says the Emergency Communication Center took in nearly 3,000 calls and it responded to 313 emergencies and 142 fires. KCFD investigators have opened 8 new investigations and issued about 200 citations since last night. And it was a busy night for firefighters in Bakersfield this 4th of July as crews battled multiple structure fires. Bakersfield Fire battled this 2-alarm fire at Royal Ravine near Mirador Drive at around 11 p.m. last night. It's not clear what triggered this fire or if anyone was hurt, but you can see it looks like the flames gutted the home you see in this video. We've reached out to BFD for more information, and we will bring you updates as we get them.
We have new information on an officer-involved shooting Wednesday. The suspect, Francisco Monge, has been in criminal court before. He was in jail for over a year before pleading to 2 counts of possessing explosives. 17's Connor Dorr joins us now with more.
Documents show that in criminal court, Monge was 6 times in criminal court since 2010. Most recently, in July of 2021, he was charged with 32 felony counts but pled no contest to only 2. Monge was arrested 4 years ago at his East Bakersfield home when he was found with 31 Molotov cocktails he said were for home defense, according to the district attorney's office. He was charged with 32 felony counts of possession of destructive device and 1 felony count of possession of arson device. The case turned on Monge's mental health, including the need for treatment upon release. After a year and a half, he pleaded no contest and sentenced to time served and 2 years of probation. 30 counts dropped in plea deal. His probation had specific mental health terms, including a requirement to take all psychiatric medications prescribed and to be searched at any time to make sure he is following probation laws. Other previous cases included defrauding, vandalism, trespassing, 2 assaults with a deadly weapon, and battery, of which 1 was dismissed, and the rest he pleaded no contest. The officer-involved shooting on July 3rd began with a traffic stop. He fled, had a slingshot weapon. One of the officers fired 2 shots from their gun. Monge was not shot by a bullet, but taken to the hospital as a precautionary measure, according to BPD. Police are calling his weapon a Balearic-style slingshot, a weapon ancient humans used to sling rocks for hunting. This sling can throw rocks up to 100 miles per hour if properly used. We also don't know what Monge was allegedly slinging. Police said he slung objects at the officers. Monge was still serving his probation at the time of this incident, and his hearing for probation violation is set on July 9th. We sent in a request to interview Monge at Lerdo Jail, where he is currently being held. BPD said they will be releasing the officer's name next week. There is still a list of unanswered questions for BPD, like why did he shoot? Was anyone else injured? What was the reason for the traffic stop? Did these officers have a previous shooting? And were less than lethal measures used?